You know, we live in a fallen world, and Jesus says something that in this life you'll have troubles. But cheer up because I have overcome the world, which means that definitely you will encounter challenges, you will encounter difficulties, you will encounter a lot of disappointment and betrayals. They are all part of life. That is the reality of life. As I said, we live in a fallen world. A lot of people have wickedness and evilness in their hearts, and they have not surrounded their heart to God to work on it, like what David said in Psalm 139. So definitely, you will go through such roller coaster in life. But there are certain things that I do anytime I am disappointed or I am betrayed or I hear a bad news or something bad happens. First of all, I express how I feel before God. Transparency, honesty. I express myself. I tell God, Father, I'm sad. Father, it's very difficult for me to forgive this person. Father, I am not happy. Father, this is stressing me. Father, I am depressed. I don't hide anything from my Father because I go to Him every morning. I need Him. Okay, I need His strength. I need His grace. So I go before Him and I tell Him how I feel. Okay, when you read the book of Psalms, you realize that David, anytime he is feeling sad, he will tell God about it. Anytime he is depressed, anytime he is anxious, okay, he will tell God about it. So I will express myself, then I will ask Him for grace. Because He said, enter boldly before the throne room of grace and receive mercy to help you in times of needs. Entering boldly means that you are able to express yourself. You are able to say whatever is on your heart, how you are feeling. So don't hide it from God because He knows it already. But He is giving you the platform, the privilege, and the opportunity to express yourself before the throne room of grace so that you will receive mercy and grace to help you. It means that you need grace to stand when you encounter a difficulty or a challenge. But you can only receive the grace when you open up to God, when you tell Him how you feel without hiding anything from Him. As I said, He's a perfect gentleman. He will not impose Himself on you, but He wants you to come boldly. He is giving you the opportunity to express yourself. So that is the first point, or the first thing that I do. I go before God and I express myself. My husband did this, and Daddy, I'm not happy. I'm very sad. It's very hard for me to forgive him, but I need your grace. I need your help to help me. Be merciful to me. Be gracious to me. So that is one thing that you can do. Express yourself boldly. Maybe you are single and you are believing God for a covenant spouse. Sometimes you feel lonely. Sometimes you need somebody to touch you. Go to God and say, Father, I need someone. I need somebody to touch me. I wish that I have somebody to sleep with on this bed, that I have somebody to have sex with me. Let Him know. But I want to wait on you. I don't want to go ahead, okay, of you. So I want you to help me. Give me the grace. Give me the grace to stand. Give me the grace to control myself. I need your grace. He said, receive mercy and grace to help you when you need it most. So express yourself. Don't hide it from Him. The reason why we are not able to conquer some of the challenges that we face, okay, is that we don't open up to God. We don't open ourselves to Him. We are not honest. We are not transparent. We think that God is not interested, but He's interested. God is interested in the nitty-gritty of affairs. He's interested in every area of your life. So go to Him. Tell Him how you feel. Tell Him it is difficult for you to pray for that enemy, for that person who gossiped about you, for that person who betrayed you or disappointed you. But you need Him to help you, give you the grace. You know, in the Garden of Gethsemane, Jesus said, Father, I wish this cup would just go away. I don't want to just drink this cup, but not my will, but your will be done. It means that Jesus expressed Himself to His Father. He opened up Himself to His Father. He didn't hide anything from him. He told Him how He felt, but at the same time, He said, your will be done. So at that time, you are also saying, Father, this is how I feel, but let your will be done. I will obey you, although it is hard for me. I will obey you, although it is difficult. So transparency is very, very important. And also the second one is that I compare the challenge to the greatness of my God. I compare the challenge to the faithfulness of my God. I compare the challenge to the goodness of my God. And when I compare it, you realize that the thing becomes very small, that difficulty, because what is greater than God? And if God is for me, who can be against me, my dear? What is greater than God? There is no challenge, there is no situation, there is no circumstance, there is no problem that is greater than God. No matter how big it looks, okay, my God is greater, my God is big, my God is able, my God, with Him, everything is possible. Okay, so I will just compare that thing, that disappointment, that betrayal, that need that I need. I'll compare it to the greatness of my God, and it becomes trivial. Okay, so that's the second point. Compare right? Whatever that you are facing, any difficulty, any challenge, with how great God is, his goodness, and how much he loves you and how much he cares for you. If he did not withhold Jesus Christ from you, he allowed his son to die for you on the cross. What else do you want that he will not do? You know that at the right time, God will make it happen. So that is the second one. And also the third point, I have this mindset that and it is biblical, every temptation, every challenge that I will face, it is common to man, because he said it. It is common to man. I don't remember the scripture, but it is common to man. So it is common. Men, we go through that. Women, we go through that. It is part of life. That is the reality of life. You know, Jesus came and he went about doing good. Even him, there are some people who hated him, the Pharisees. They were still gossiping about him, but he went about doing good and he was focused. So all the things that Jesus faced in his time, they are common to man. Betrayal, disappointment, they are common to man. So any challenge that I will face, I know that it is common to man. It is not something extraordinary. It is not something that has never happened before. There is nothing new under the sun. So I will not allow that thing to become like a mountain, as if something like this has never happened to anybody in the world. Some people have went through worse situation. Okay, so when I know that this situation is common to man, it makes it very, very small. And the fourth point, that's the number 4. The next thing that I do, I don't know whether it's 3 or 4, but the next one is that he told me that there is no temptation that can overtake me. Okay, that is bigger than me, that is greater than me. Okay, he will not allow any temptation that exceeds my strength to come to me. No temptation that is greater than me, which means that I am bigger than that challenge. I am bigger than that problem. I am bigger than that, because he said it. No temptation that has come onto me, or that temptation that I have faced, that is greater than me. It is not greater than me. It is not bigger than me. I am made for it, because God, he weighs my challenges before he allows it to come to me. So he knows that I am made for it. He knows that I can handle it. He knows that I can stand. That is why he allowed it to come into my life, because I am a child of God. I am a daughter of Zion, and God is my father. And he is my refuge, my secret place, my horn of salvation, my God in whom that I trust. So anything, okay, that comes to me, he has to allow it. So if God allows that thing to happen, then he knows that he has already prepared me for it. So I don't think that it is so huge. It is overwhelming. It is something I cannot take. You know, the enemy is a thief. He can convince you to think that this one day, it is too big for you. You cannot handle it. This is overwhelming. I think you have to die. You cannot take it. You cannot survive it. He is a liar. You can survive it, because he said that he will not allow any temptation that is bigger than you to overtake you, okay, to overwhelm you. He will ensure that he will make a way for you so that you can find your way out. So I know and I know and I know that God is not a man that he will lie. So no matter how big, how huge, even some people or some family members, they see the problem. I see it as a problem, as something that I can handle, something that I can manage, because if God is for me, who can be against me? And the one who lives in me is greater than the one who lives in the world. So God is greater and bigger than that challenge. So if he is going with me, walking with me, I am walking with Jesus. He said, when you read Isaiah chapter 43, when you go through the fire, I'll go through with you. The waters will not be able to overwhelm you. Okay, even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil. So he knows that I will go through that, but he's saying that he is with me. It's like Joseph. When Joseph was in prison, the Bible says God was with him. In the pit, God was with him. God was with Joseph. So God is with me. And if God is for me, who can be against me? So I am made for that challenge. So if my father allows it, then I am made for it. No matter how huge, how that problem is, I see it as something that is not bigger than me, because the one who lives in me is greater than the one who lives in the world. And then finally, you need to remember that whatever that you are going through today, it is seasonal. It will not last forever. It is passing away. Okay, it is seasonal. And it is fleeting. It will go away. And don't allow it to make you bitter. Allow it to make you stronger. Allow it to get you closer and closer to your Father. And allow it to make you trust God more, depend on him more, rather than for you to stay away from him, because he is the only one who can help you. Apart from Jesus, you can do nothing. So that is the final point. Know that it is temporary. I quite remember when I gave birth to twins, and it was very difficult to feed them. But today they are teenagers, and sometimes they cook for me. So it was just a seasonal challenge. Okay, it was seasonal. It wasn't something that was going to last forever. So whatever that you are going through right now, it may be very challenging, very difficult, but I want you to know that it will not remain like this. It is just passing away, and you will come out of it at the other side, and you will testify to the glory of God. So these are some of the mindset that I have anytime I encounter a challenge. And we live in a fallen world, so definitely you may overcome something, and it will be a benchmark or a springboard for you, or catapult you to the next challenge, because challenges will never end. Either you are entering, or you are coming out, or you are entering. Okay, you'll be entering, or you are coming out of it, you will celebrate, and then another one will come. God is always building us, and he gives us the opportunity to experience him at a higher level. But I want you to know that he is for you. So who can be against you? And whatever that you are going through right now, no matter how hard it is, I want you to know that you serve a God who is good, who loves you, who is greater, and who will help you. So tell him how you feel, and he will carry you through.